Well, over 3.5 decades on the Strip, Legends in Concert continues to bring some of the greatest tribute acts to the stage. They've had the likes of Adele, Cher, Bruce Springsteen. Now, adding to that impressive roster with some new legends, we're joined by one of them, George Michael, also known as Michael Knight. How's it going?
Doing very well. How are you?
Fantastic. So 35 years, Legends is just one of those shows that is a staple here in Las Vegas.
It is. It's the longest running show in Vegas.
And what's it like to be a part of that cast now?
You know, it's amazing, especially for being a fan first. From back in 2002, watching a documentary and finding about Legends. It's amazing being here and actually living it and being one of their premier characters.
Well, and that's the cool thing about this show. Like, you're up there actually performing this stuff.
Yeah, we sing live, we play instruments, we have to know all of that stuff. I'm going to break the English accent. I'm not actually English. But I wanted to just keep that illusion going, but I just want to reveal the secret.
That's good.
I'm not English. I'm actually originally from the East Coast. But yeah, I was a fan first, and then I found about the company. Believe it or not, I actually do one other character besides George. I originally started as Michael Jackson.
Really?
Yes, and but I had a huge love for Michael, and I had such a huge love for George. And when George passed away, I was working on their ship, and I was like, if you need a George Michael, I'm your guy. And didn't hear anything from them. About 2 months later, they're like, when are you going to show us your George Michael? So I started scrambling around trying to do this on a cruise ship. Got the best that I could, put it together, and then I showed it to the promoter out of Branson while I was working as Michael. And they were like, you're an idiot if you don't do George Michael. Next thing you know, I'm here doing the Christmas show last year, and I'm brought back. So
that is awesome. Congratulations on being brought
Thank you.
back. We love that. A great addition to the show.
Thank you.
And do you find that you said you're a fan of George Michael. Do you find that is the same with the rest of the cast members too?
Oh yeah. I think that everybody kind of just welcomed it in, and like, you know, especially with the other characters, you know, the Bruno Mars, he's been studying Bruno for years. He was, you know, the Elvis Presley is one of the longest Elvis tribute artists. You know, it was back in the original Legends in Concert from like the 2000s and stuff like that. So it's pretty amazing to be a part of that cast of people that have been performing all over the world as these acts.
And what's your favorite George Michael song to perform?
Careless Whisper, I think.
Yeah? Why is that?
Just because I remember the first time listening to it and hearing that voice and listening to him, and I'm never gonna dance again. I was like, oh my God, who is this? And instantly fell in love with George Michael's voice and him as a performer.
And do audiences who come to the show respond to that? Do they have that same reaction? It's like, this stuff takes them back to a point in their life.
Oh, the coolest thing is when people come up to you afterwards and go, I've seen George. A lot of English people come up to me mostly, and they come up and go, I've seen George, and you're absolutely brilliant. You know, wow, I felt like I was watching George again. And it warms my heart so much, because it took seriously months to transition from studying Michael Jackson inside and out, learning all of his little mannerisms, and then switching from that to George Michael and getting help from as many people as helped me, different mentors, and even people from Legends. Mark Mercer, who was a huge George Michael fan, he said, you know, George is my God, so you need to make sure you do it, give him justice. So he's teaching me all these little dance moves and these just little nuances, and then just studying it over and over and over, driving my girlfriend crazy, watching the concerts over and over and over. But you know, now I'm just starting to feel more comfortable with it, and I just want it to come across believable, because being the #1 tribute show, we have a standard, and we would like to really make sure that you leave there and go, oh my God, I just felt like I was watching the real thing.
Well, and that's a pretty high compliment when fans come over and tell you that it felt like watching the real thing too. Of course, you can see Legends in Concert at the Flamingo. And as we mentioned, Michael is just one of the tribute artists that is joining the show. Tonight on More Access, we're giving you an introduction to another legend. We have a hint. We may be in the fall season, but we're talking about summer. Great to see you, man.
Very nice to see you.
Thanks so much for being here. Rachel, down to you.
That tease will all make sense tonight. Thank you so much, Sean and George.